How to find the right chiropractor when you have herniated discs or spine problems or pain. What's going on, everyone? In this video, I'm going to talk about how I learned what the right type of chiropractor is, how to find one, and the list of questions to give your chiropractor to make sure that if you are using one, that it's the right one. Just a quick disclaimer here. I am not a medical professional. Obviously, I'm not a chiropractor myself, but I have learned from some of the best. I have sat in their classes. I've done a lot of research because I was in so much pain. I never thought I was going to be able to walk again. Healing my pain was my evolution as a human being. It was my focus. Everything in my life revolved around getting better. I learned a lot about the world of even chiropractic medicine. And most of it is bogus, like everything else in the world. So I'm making these how to heal herniated disc videos because if you have a herniated disc, sometimes it can feel like you are never going to get better. But I assure you, you can. It just takes dedication. It takes changing the aspects of your life that you may not want to change. It's the only way. But if you want to go get shots put into your back, take medications that are going to rot your liver and your kidneys, and then one day end up getting surgery, and then for the rest of your life, you're actually going to be worse off than when you just had the pain anyway, that's a path too. But I'm talking about a path of freedom, a path of healing yourself, and because it's going to heal the rest of your body. So here we go. Typical chiropractors. So I saw so many chiropractors. I would walk in, they would give me the same adjustment every time I was in there. They'd lay me on the table, they'd put their hand on my back, they'd give me a thoracic adjustment, a couple twisting of the neck, bend the leg over, one side, give me a low back adjustment, and that would be it. Not one time did I have a chiropractor say to me, "Hey, before I adjust you, I'm going to take an x-ray of your spine to really see what's going on." So what happened is I found Dr. Bergman, B-E-R-G-Men, M-A-N. I can't spell today. Dr. Bergman in Huntington Beach, California at Bergman Family Chiropractic. I flew out to see this man, and I got adjusted 4 times a day for a month by him on my first dose of treatments. Changed my life. That is when I realized I was going to be okay. And he taught us every Tuesday night. He would have free lectures, and you would sit through the lectures with him, and he would teach you how to choose the right type of chiropractor. So the type of chiropractor, my opinion, my experience, my research here, people, is you want a corrective chiropractor. If your chiropractor does not take x-rays of you, stop going to them. If your chiropractor does not take an x-ray of you, and then every time you get adjusted have an x-ray in front of you, you do not want to be going to them. I'm not saying every single adjustment you're going to get an x-ray. That's not what I'm saying. It's a starting point for them so they can actually take a look at your spine and see what's going on. And not only do corrective chiropractors take x-rays, they actually know what they're looking at. Because a lot of chiropractors, I learned, you would bring them x-rays and they would look at it, and they didn't base their treatments off of the x-ray. Because wherever the pain is, it's typically not where the problem is. So you go on, oh, my right side of my back, my right side of my back, my right side of my back, but the pain's up in your thoracic spine somewhere, or the pain's in your hip somewhere, and x-rays are going to show other aspects of your body that are out, or sublux. It's called a subluxation, and it's going to be able to give that chiropractor then a window to look through to see, he's not having pain here necessarily, but this needs to be fixed, so all the bottom stuff's going to fall into play. The spine is like a bunch of blocks on top of each other. So if if one block is off, it's going to throw other blocks off. So I personally, now that I left Dr. Bergman's and I flew back to see him 2 or 3 years in a row, where I would get adjusted 4 times a day for a month. My body went through like a roller coaster of healing. Like it's like I would peak when I would go see him, and then a lot of pain and stiffness would creep in because my body was changing and adapting, and then the healing would come into play. I got so much out of learning, and one of the biggest things that I got out of that was actually learning how to choose a chiropractor. So wherever you are, I have found that here is the type of chiropractor that I found is the best. It's called a Gonstead chiropractor. Gonstad. If you go to Gonstead's website, you'll be able to type in find a provider, and you'll be able to find a Gonstead practitioner near you. Gonstead practitioners, they take an x-ray of you, they always adjust off of the x-ray, and they actually have this little tool that runs up and down your spine that finds exactly where there's inflammation, even if there's not any pain there. And then they use the x-rays in that tool and they base their adjustments off of that. So they do not touch you if it's not needed. That is so important. I can't tell you how many chiropractors I went through that would just give me these adjustments at it because it's what they thought. And it was actually, I wonder if it was making me worse, to be honest. And I see this a lot, you know? And you do not have to keep going again and again and again, like every 2 weeks. You don't have to go. If it's after 2 or 3 specific adjustments, if the pain isn't going away, then it's not working. So this is like, I really hope I'm getting my point across here. You may want to think about finding another chiropractor, even if you're cushy with them, even if you know them. If you're walking in and they are not adjusting and taking x-rays of you, and then every, 50 adjustments after a year or so, depending on how many adjustments you're getting. I got a lot of adjustments. I was in a lot of pain. They actually in an x-ray, you can see, because they would take x-rays, I think it was every 30 adjustments or something on purpose. And like you could see my spine literally moving. Dr. Bergman developed his own table. He developed his own system of adjustments. And it was like clockwork. You'd walk in, just get adjusted 4 times a day. There were 4 guys there just giving adjustments all day long. And I can't tell you how amazing it was. So you may want to look out. If you're in a lot of pain and you have a serious injury, you may want to invest in your life and go, you have to get a room. You have to stay there. You have to get a room somewhere. I got an Airbnb close by, rented a car, lived there for a month, and just every single day went there 4 times a day to get adjusted. I'd get there at 5 in the morning, 2 hours later, boom, 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 7 or 8. I'd take a couple hours off, get adjusted at noon, take a couple hours off, get adjusted at 3 p.m. Then I would go for a barefoot walk on the beach. And that's the system that he puts you through. And there's other exercises that he has you doing. And he helps you get your diet clean too, which I was already on that path. So, and I have other videos. I'm going to make a video on the diet for herniated discs. But you have to understand, this is about finding the right chiropractor. Find a chiropractor that takes x-rays of you and only adjusts off x-rays. If they are not taking x-rays, they are not the chiropractor that you want to be seeing. I'm sorry. Some people don't agree with that. It's the truth for me anyway, and a lot of other people. When you find a chiropractor that is a corrective chiropractor that knows specifically where to adjust, you will understand what I'm talking about. The Gonstead is the best that I have found outside of Dr. Bergman. And there are some other people that I have seen on social media. There's another guy in Huntington Beach. I think he even trained under Dr. Bergman. His name's Dr. Michael or something, and he is a corrective chiropractor as well. I actually got adjusted by him a bunch of times, and then he went out on his own. I'm in Pennsylvania. I go see a Gonstead chiropractor. Also, when you go see a chiropractor, and you want a Gonstead, you want to make sure that you're not just they just haven't been to Gonstead. You know, they do all this other stuff. You want to pick a chiropractor that is like, if you want to find a Gonstead chiropractor, you want to make sure that they are solely Gonstead. Like, it is what they do. It is what they do. It's a totally different experience. I've come across some chiropractors that, maybe they've been to a Gonstead seminar and they have Gonstead on their website. So when you call, here's an important thing. When you go to choose a chiropractor, they work for you. So do not just walk into their office and blindly like, oh, this guy's going to help me because he says it. It's like a doctor, everyone. You have to, or just like a medical doctor, you have to really make sure that these guys are up to date with some of the new stuff and they're not just doing the same thing they've been doing since they were taught in school, because the science has changed. So if you want a Gonstead chiropractor, call them. Ask them, do you use x-rays? Yes. Are you fully Gonstead? Like, do you do the full Gonstead protocol? Do they have the chairs and the equipment for the Gonstead adjustments? Do they do only Gonstead adjustments? Do they use the tool? And do they use the x-rays every single time that they adjust you? Gonstead doesn't do any of the twisting of the neck stuff. It's the adjustments on the cervical. I've never had a better cervical adjustment than from a Gonstead chiropractor. The adjustments are absolutely amazing. So that is the best advice that I can give you if you have been looking to find relief from your herniated discs. It's the best thing that I can give you, is find a chiropractor. Even if you have to go stay, you can give Dr. Bergman a call. Typically, he's got a wait list. He's got a wait list, a good one too. People fly from all around the world to see this guy. I met people all over the world because he specializes in making the spine in alignment again, so the brain turns on, the immune system turns on, immune system's functioning properly, all the organs start working better, the leaky gut starts to heal, because yes, your spine has a huge, huge, huge role in all of this. And he teaches you along the way why he does the things that he does. Anyway, my family, many blessings. Leave me a comment down below if you found this information useful. This whole series is everything that I learned on healing my herniated discs. So I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe. Enjoy your life and enjoy your blessings that are there for you.